Okay, on number 5 it says to use the transformations of f of x equals 1 over x to graph the rational function. F of x equals 1 over x minus 3 plus 4. Okay, remember transformations from chapter 1. What's going to happen to your graph if I have a constant that's being added to the function? That means that my parent graph would go up, or would be translated up 4 units. And then if I have a constant subtracted from the variable of the function, that means it would be moved to the right 3 units. So what I've done is I've already graphed the function 1 over x, the reciprocal function. And so I know those points 1, 1 and negative 1, 1 are on that graph, and that the graph does not touch x equals 0, or my y-axis. So what I'm going to do to kind of translate this and say, okay, I know this is going to be up 4, so I'm going to use this point 1, 1 and count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the same time, to the right 3. Well, if I'm at 1 on my x value and I move to the right 3, I'm going to be at 4. So I should have a point here. That point's 4, 5. That would be on my graph. And I could do the same thing with this point, negative 1, 1. I could move it up 4. If I move it up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 3, 1, 2, 3, I know I would have that point. But somewhere in the middle would be this line that my graph would not cross, okay, that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. So this would be my transformation of the reciprocal function. Okay, I'm just looking for you to sketch it to be able to tell from your multiple choice questions on the homework, you know, how the transformation is. I've just moved the original graph up 4 and to the right 3. Okay, the other kind of problems you'll have on the homework will be like number 6. It says use the graph to complete the statement. Gives you a graph of a polynomial function. Not necessarily, this is not the reciprocal function, it's just a polynomial function. It says as x approaches negative 3 from the right, what is happening to your function values? So I want you to be able to look at the graph as x approaches negative 3 from the right. Okay, what's happening? As x approaches negative 3, this is the little piece I'm looking at on my graph. From the right, here's where negative 3 is. What's happening to my y values? Okay, those are my function values. It's approaching positive infinity. Okay, what if I said as x approaches negative 3 from the left, what's going to happen to my function values? Well, as my x values here are approaching negative 3, my function values are decreasing without bound, so that means that it would be approaching negative infinity. Okay, so it's important you just be able to use that notation to help you find the information from the graph.